Hey everyone, my name is Amit and you're watching Aptitude360.online. This is video number 2 of chain rule series. In the very first video, we learned what exactly is chain rule problems, how should we simplify them in one line, और हमने 3 वेरिएबल तक की प्रॉब्लम लगाने की कोशिश करी पहले वीडियो में. अब इस वीडियो में थोड़ी सी डिफिकल्टी लेवल को मॉडरेट लेवल तक लेके जाएंगे और हैंडल करेंगे 4 वेरिएबल्स को. So let us get started and try to simplify problems like these. Pause the video, read the problem and see if you can solve this one. This one says that 2 persons working 2 hours a day assemble 2 machines in 2 days. So how many persons are there? There are 2 persons. How many hours are they working? 2 hours a day. And how many machines do they have? 2 machines. And how many days? 2 days, right? And then in the second situation, it says that the number of machines, so this variable has not been given to you. So number of machines, which is, let's say this is X, number of machines assembled by 6 persons working 6 hours a day and in how many days? 6 days. So what is going to be the value of X? The value of X is going to be, this value over here, 2 into 3 fractions. और अगर ये तीनों वैल्यू आपने लिख ली तो प्रॉब्लम आपका एक लाइन में simplified हो जाएगा, isn't it? And what did I tell you in the previous video? I told you that since this variable is not known to you, then this one will have to be compared by this and by this and by this separately. And what is the meaning of saying separately? यानी जब आप इन दोनों को कंपेयर करोगे तो ये दोनों कांस्टेंट होंगे, राइट? सो अब अगर हमने इन दोनों वेरिएबल को यहां पे कंपेयर किया तो प्रॉब्लम बनेगा क्या? नाउ यू हैव गॉट, इफ यू आर वर्किंग फॉर 2 days, इन 2 days 2 machines can be assembled. So in 6 days how many machines can be assembled? Obviously the value will have to be more than 2. So the value of X is more than 2. आपके दिमाग में वो आंसर पॉप अप हुआ होगा 6, right? How do we write it over here? So since the value will have to be more than 2, what is the fraction that I should be writing? I should be writing more than 1, because this fraction which is more than 1 gets multiplied by 2 and only then the answer will be more than 2. Video number 1 आप ध्यान से देख के आओ अगर अभी भी ये कॉन्सेप्ट आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा. Now I compared these 2 variables. Now I'm gonna compare these 2 variables. Now if you're working for 2 hours a day, how many machines can be assembled? 2 machines. Now if you're working more number of hours, you're working 6 hours a day, obviously the number of machines that are assembled are going to be more, and in that case again the fraction that you're looking for is more than 1. Now this one will have to be compared with persons. 2 persons can assemble 2 machines. So 6 persons can assemble how many machines? Obviously more than 2. So what is the fraction out here? 6 by 2. And if you simplify this, this is going to be 3 and this is going to be 3 and then 6 into 9. What is the answer are we having? We are having 54. 54. Does this make sense to you? What did I say? You have got 2 variables or 3 variables or 4 variables or 5 variables. It does not make a difference. Your entire problem will be simplified in one line. बट आपको वो समझ में आना चाहिए कि कौन सा रेशियो आप लिखोगे, कब लिखोगे more than 1, कब लिखोगे less than 1. That has to be your understanding. Now this one seems to be a pretty good problem. See if you can solve this one. 9 examiners can examine certain number of answer books in 12 days. What that certain number has not been given to us. And how many hours? Working 5 hours a day. So how many answer book I should be taking? How many answer books? Say I have taken, I don't know, maybe I'll take it as A answer books. And let us see what happens. And can we further simplify this one? So ये तो एक problem बोली गई statement. अब आपसे ये पूछा गया for how many hours? For how many hours? So this value is not given to you. So you assume this as X. How many hours a day would 4 examiners have to work in order to examine twice the number of answer books? So you took it as A. अब ये क्या लेना पड़ेगा हमारे को? Double of this, which is 2A. And then how many days? This is going to be 30 days, right? So can I say that the value of x is going to be 5 into product of 3 fractions? Bani na baat bhai. So what is the value that I should be taking out here? What is the value that I should be taking? So I should be comparing first these two variables. So if you've got A books, then you're working for 5 hours a day. और अगर आपके पास में जो नंबर ऑफ आंसर बुक्स है, वो जो चेक करने के लिए बुक्स है, वो डबल हो गया. ऑब्वियसली अगर बाकी के सारे वेरिएबल्स कांस्टेंट रख दिए जाएं तो नंबर ऑफ आवर्स बढ़ाना पड़ेगा ना, isn't it? और अगर नंबर ऑफ आवर्स बढ़ाना पड़ेगा तो इसका मतलब क्या हो गया कि that value will have to be more than 5, and since it has to be more than 5, मेरे को कौन सा फ्रैक्शन चाहिए? ये चाहिए. देखो आप सिंप्लीफाई करोगे ना, a will get cancelled, 5 into 2 10. सिंपल प्रॉब्लम है कि भाई अगर आंसर बुक को डबल कर दिया तो आर्ट्स भी तो पर डे आर्ट्स भी तो डबल हो जाएगा ना, 10 हो जाएगा. Now let us compare these two. When you're working for 12 days, listen to this very carefully. When you're working for 12 days, कितने घंटे रोज काम करते हो आप? 5 घंटे रोज काम करते हो, है ना भाई? और अगर आपको 30 घंटे काम करना पड़े, सॉरी, if you have to work for 30 days, now you have increased the number of days. तो जो पर डे काम करोगे उसको आराम से करोगे. आप बोलोगे यार जो काम 12 दिन में करना था अभी मैं वो काम 30 डेज में कर रहा हूं, तो जो पर डे का काम है वो कम कर दूंगा. आप समझो ना, अगर आपको किसी बुक को फिनिश करना है 12 डेज में, एंड देन 12 डेज में फिनिश करने के लिए आपको एवरीडे यू हैव टू रीड दैट बुक फॉर 5 hours. नाउ आई से दैट डू नॉट फिनिश द बुक इन 12 days, rather you finish the book in 30 days. आप पर डे का काम कम करते जाओगे, पर डे की रीडिंग कम करते जाओगे. सेम कॉन्सेप्ट यहां पे लगाएंगे, एंड हेंस the number of hours will be less than 5, so 5 will have to be multiplied with a ratio which is less than 1. बनी बात आपकी. Now this variable will have to be compared with this variable. How many examiners? We have got 9 examiners. When you have got 9 examiners, then per day work by these 9 examiners is 5 hours. Now what you have done, you have decreased the number of examiners. भाई एग्जामिनर कम कर दिया. अब अगर एग्जामिनर ही कम हो गए तो जो बर्डन हो गया वो बढ़ गया उनके ऊपर. अगर उनके ऊपर बर्डन बढ़ गया काम का, तो जो पर डे काम होगा वो तो ज्यादा हो जाएगा. अगर पर डे काम ज्यादा हुआ तो इसका मतलब वो 5 घंटे से ज्यादा काम करेंगे. 5 घंटे से ज्यादा काम करने के लिए इट हैज टू बी मोर देन 1 रेशियो. प्रॉब्लम हो गया. सिंप्लीफाइड करके देख लो आप. दिस इज गोइंग टू बी व्हाट, 6 into 2, 6 into 5, and this is going to be what, 5 4 20. So this 5 and this 5 is gone, and then this 2 and this 2, and then this is gone. So what is the answer? The answer is coming out as 9. Does this make sense to you? What is that you could have done to simplify your variable? You could have done this. आप ना आंसर बुक में a and 2 है, 2 वेरिएबल लेके चलने की बजाय you could have taken 1 and 2. Does this make a difference? Because any which way, whatever ratio that you're gonna write, either you will be writing a by 2a or 2a by a. तो जो रेशियो बनेगा उसमें तो वेरिएबल आप अपने आप ही उसको डिस्कार्ड कर दोगे. तो आप एक कन्वीनियंट सी वैल्यू ले लो 1 and 2, आपका काम चल जाएगा और आपका आंसर आ जाएगा. आई होप यूर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस वन. पॉज द वीडियो पीपल. दिस वन इज प्रीटी सिंपल. दिस वन इज प्रीटी सिंपल, बट इसी को यूज किया गया था कैट 2022 में. थोड़ी बड़ी सिंपल सी अंडरस्टैंडिंग है इस प्रॉब्लम की. अ सर्टेन नंबर ऑफ आर्टिजन्स कैन कंप्लीट अ शू फैब्रिकेशन कंसाइनमेंट इन हाउ मेनी डेज? 16 days. So how many artisans are there? We have got no idea. So I'm going to take it as X, right? And how many days they can complete this consignment? They can complete this consignment in 16 days. 8 additional artisans, you have got 8 additional artisans had to be deployed for the same consignment, and together they completed it in 4 days less than the earlier. पहले आप 16 days में काम करते थे. So it is going to be 4 days less. 4 days less का मतलब 4 days less than 16. So it has to be done in 12 days. And the problem is asking you what was the initial number of artisans, which is the value of X. So understand this thing. So can I say that since I am using the chain rule method, so I will simplify this with chain rule problem. X minus X plus 8 is going to be X into a fraction. when there were x artisans 16 days. अब आपने क्या कर दिया, जो आप नंबर ऑफ डेज था, नंबर ऑफ डेज आपने कम कर दिया. नंबर ऑफ डेज अगर आपने कम कर दिया तो ऑब्वियसली आर्टिजन्स विल हैव टू बी मोर, राइट? मोर देन व्हाट? सो दिस वैल्यू विल हैव टू बी मोर देन x. सो दिस वैल्यू विल हैव टू बी मोर देन दिस. सो यहां पे जो रेशियो लिखेंगे हम, दैट इज गोइंग टू बी मोर देन 1. डज दिस मेक सेंस टू यू? एंड इफ यू डू दैट, so this is going to be 4 into 4, 4 into 3, problem हो गया simplified, 3 उधर लेके जाओगे, this will be 3x plus 24 and this is 4x. So what is going to be the value of x? The value of x is coming out as 24. है ना simple problem. आपके पास एक दो और मेथड हो सकते हैं. मैंडियस कॉन्सेप्ट हमने सीखा था कहाँ पे? टाइम एंड वर्क की प्रॉब्लम पे. अगर आप उसको यूज करेंगे तभी ये प्रॉब्लम बन जाएगा. अगर आप चेन रूल लगाएंगे तभी ये प्रॉब्लम बन जाएगा. चलो जी, you understand this, so go ahead and try to simplify. Sometimes, so what did I say? Once you understand the concept, examinations आपको कभी कॉन्सेप्ट पे डिस्टर्ब नहीं करते, फिर वो आपको प्रॉब्लम की कॉम्प्रिहेंशन पे डिस्टर्ब करता है कि आप कहीं आप एक ऐसी अंडरस्टैंडिंग छोड़ दो और एक गलत ऑप्शन लगा के चले आओ. दैट इज व्हाट प्रॉब्लम्स वुड डू टू यू. सो दिस प्रॉब्लम सेज दैट 20 men, how many men do we have? 20 men can complete 1/3 of work. So work का 1/3 ले लो आप, 1/3 in how many days? In how many days? 20 days. 20 days. How many more men should be employed? So अब आप confused हो जाओगे कि प्रॉब्लम कहना क्या चाहता है. How many more men? So 20 तो है ही है, 20 से कुछ ज्यादा बढ़ा वो नंबर. अब वो कितना ज्यादा बढ़ा वो यही आपसे पूछना चाहता है. So I'm gonna take it as x. And I will find out the value of x and then we will see what is that we will do with that value. So what is the rest of the work? Rest of the work is 2/3. By 1/3 अगर काम finish हो गया, so what is the work that you're left with? You're left with 2/3 of the work. And then the problem says that the rest of the work is being done in 25 more days. And people get confused that if it is going to be done in 25 more days, so this value should be written as 20 plus 25, this one will have to be written as 45. प्रॉब्लम यहीं पे गलत हो जाएगा because you cannot take this as 45. वो कह रहा है कि जो बचा हुआ काम है ना भाई, हिंदी में जो बचा हुआ काम है वो आपको 25 और दिन में करना है. यानी आपने 20 दिन का तो काम ऑलरेडी कर दिया हुआ है, तो जो बचा हुआ काम है आप उसको 25 दिन और लगा के फिनिश कर दो. तो here you will have to write 25. You cannot write 45. If you write 45, your answer is wrong. So what is that we will have to do? We'll have to find the value of x. X is going to be 20 into. Work is more. Understand? Keeping this variable constant, 1/3 of the work जब हो रहा है तो you need 20 men. So similarly when you're working, when your work is more, which is double of this value, तो यहाँ पे 14 आंसर आना चाहिए था. तो इसका मतलब है this value will have to be more than this value. तो यहां पे जो फ्रैक्शन में लिखूंगा वो लिखूंगा more than 1, यानी न्यूमरेटर में बड़ी वैल्यू और डिनोमिनेटर में छोटी वैल्यू. Now let us compare this with this. When you're working for 20 days, you need 20 men. Now you will have to finish the work in 25 days. आपने दिन बढ़ा दिया. Keeping this variable into constant. What did I say? जब आप दो वेरिएबल पे बात करो ना तो बाकी सबको अलग छोड़ के भूल के बात करो. अब आपके पास में अगर 20 दिन काम किया तो 20 आदमी चाहिए. नाउ यू आर वर्किंग फॉर 25 डेज. सिंस यू आर वर्किंग फॉर मोर नंबर ऑफ डेज, men should be less than 20. Do you understand this logic? और अगर आपको 20 से कम आदमी चाहिए तो जो रेशियो आप लिखोगे यहां पे वो क्या लिखोगे? 20/25. Now you simplify this and you will have your answer. This is coming out as what? This one is 20 into 2 into, this is 4/5. 5 and 5, 4 into 2 into 4. This value is coming out as how much? 32. So how many men should be there? This has to be 32, right? But what is the problem? What does the problem say? The problem says how many more men are required. So you already have got 20. अब आपके पास में 20 तो already है, तो आपको एडिशनल आदमी चाहिए कितना? आपको एडिशनल 12 आदमी तो चाहिए. आपका प्रॉब्लम सिंप्लीफाइड हो गया ना भाई. सो व्हाट इज द आंसर ऑफ दिस प्रॉब्लम? इट विल हैव टू बी 12. अब कई सारे लोग बैठ के बोलेंगे अरे कहीं प्रॉब्लम मैंने गलत तो नहीं कर दिया, मेरा आंसर तो 32 आ रहा है. दे आर आस्किंग यू हाउ मेनी मोर मेन आर रिक्वायर्ड. Now since you understand this, go ahead and try to simplify this problem. अब यहाँ पे ना थोड़ी सी वही लास्ट में कुछ और ऐड करने की कोशिश करेगा प्रॉब्लम वेरिएबल्स के साथ में. if 9 men, how many men? 9. How many hours are they working every day? 7.5 hours. Can finish a piece of work in how many days? They can finish in 20 days. Then how many days? X will be taken by 12 men. Working 6 hours a day to finish the work. कहानी अगर यहीं पे खत्म हो गई होती तो प्रॉब्लम सिंपल होता. कहानी यहां पे कुछ और दे के रखा हुआ. It is being given that 2 men of the later type. So there are two varieties, the former type. This is the former type and this is the later type. So 2 men of the later type work as much as 3 men of the former type. So कौन सी वेराइटी ज्यादा एफिशिएंट है भाई? बाद वाला 2 आदमी पहले वाले 3 आदमी के बराबर काम करता है, तो ऑब्वियसली द सेकंड वेराइटी ऑफ मेन आर गोइंग टू बी मोर एफिशिएंट देन दैट ऑफ द फर्स्ट वेराइटी ऑफ मेन. तो मैं एक पहला वेरिएबल तो यहां पे ये लिख देता हूं. चलो जी, एफिशिएंसी. ठीक है जी, एफिशिएंसी यहां पे लिख देते हैं. पहले वाले की एफिशिएंसी 2 और दूसरे वाले की एफिशिएंसी 3. एंड लेट अस सी, आई होप यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस. भाई एफिशिएंसी किसकी ज्यादा? दूसरे वाले की ज्यादा. तो मैंने यहां पे क्या लिखा? 3, इवन दो दिस सीम्स टू बी 2. सो जो कम आदमी और ये ज्यादा आदमी, एफिशिएंसी दूसरे वाली वैरायटी की ज्यादा हो गई. नाउ लेट अस सिंप्लीफाई द प्रॉब्लम. सो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी व्हाट? 20 into when you have to compare with this variable. Previously 7.5 hours of work was being done per day. अब क्या हो रहा है? every day only 6 hours of work is being done. और अगर सिर्फ 6 घंटे काम करेंगे per day, number of hours per day has been reduced. Obviously number of days will be increasing, and if number of days will be increasing, this fraction will have to be 7/6. Men are increasing. Previously we had 9 men, now we have got 12 men. अगर आदमी बढ़ाया तो days will be less. भाई आपने 9 आदमी लगा के रखा था, काम 20 दिन में हो गया. Now your work increasing the number of men. If you're increasing the number of men in an anticipation that your work will be completed in less number of days, और अगर less number of days में ये काम complete होना चाहिए, तो it is going to be what? 9/12. And then efficiency. If efficiency is more, understand, if the efficiency is more, days required will be less. भाई ज्यादा efficient लोग हैं, ज्यादा मेहनती लोग हैं, ज्यादा काम करते हैं, तो दिन कम लगाएंगे. अगर वो दिन कम लगाएंगे तो it is going to be 2/3 into 2/3. Let us simplify this. So this one is going to be how much? This is going to be 5/4, and then this is going to be for the 5, and this is 6, and 3 into 3, 3 into 2, 3 and 3 gone, and then 5 into 5, 25/2. The answer is coming out as 12.50 days. Do you understand this? एक तो मैंने एक फर्दर वेरिएबल लगा दिया तो मेरा काम सिंप्लीफाइड हो गया. अब क्या मैं वेरिएबल्स को रिड्यूस कर सकता हूं इस प्रॉब्लम पे? यस. वो कैसे हो सकता है? इफ यू हैव अंडरस्टूड दिस, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड ओवर हियर the next problem. Not the next problem, but the how can we minimize the number of variables. 3 men of former type are as good as 2 men of later type. और दूसरी वाली वैरायटी है वो कितने की है? आपके पास में 12 men. So 12 men are going to be as efficient as 3/2 into 12. And if you simplify, this is going to be what? 6 into 3, 18 men. आपको क्या लिखना पड़ेगा? पहले वाली वैरायटी के लिए यहां पे लिखना पड़ेगा. Rather, if you want to keep this as 12 and you do not want to write this variable, what is that I am trying to say? You keep it as 12, but इस 12 men का अगर efficiency मैच करना है तो यहां पे 9 हम नहीं लिख सकते. What is that we will have to be writing? We will have to be writing this one as 18. And if you if you simplify, your problem is going to be done. एक बार आप करके देखिए और मेरे को कमेंट सेक्शन में बताइए कि आपसे ये प्रॉब्लम इस वाले मेथड से बन रहा है क्या. Let us try to simplify this problem. This one says that if a certain number of workmen can do a piece of work in 25 days, so workmen, let me assume it as X, and they can finish the work in how many days? 25 days. In what time will another set of, in what time? So they're asking you in how many days, in what time. So let us, this is A. In what time an equal number of men, X, can do a piece of work twice as great. So I would say that work अगर आपका डबल हुआ तो मैं यहाँ पे 1 यूनिट ले लेता हूं और यहाँ पे इस वर्क को डबल ले लेता हूं, which is going to be 2 units. It is simple, right? 2 of the first can do as much as in, but there is a condition. It says that supposing that 2 of the first set, 2 men of the first set are as good as 3 men of the second set. क्योंकि 1 घंटे में जितना काम 2 आदमी करेंगे पहले वाली वेराइटी के, उतना ही काम 1 घंटे में 3 आदमी करेंगे. Now understand this thing. Either I can take the variable efficiency variable out here, which I did in the previous problem. Now I'm going to be converting this one out here so that I can reduce the number of variables. By the way, you can take efficiency method and simplify the problem. Now अगर ऐसा हुआ, understand, 3 men of the second variety are as good as 2 men of the first variety. तो one man of the second variety will be as good as 2 by 3 men of the first variety. So how many men the problem is talking about? It says that X men of the second variety will be as good as 2 by 3 X men of the first variety. यानी अब मैंने क्या किया, efficiencies को बराबर कर दिया, यानी पहले वाली efficiency में दोनों को रखा. तो यहां पे over here if I will have to, rather than taking this as X, what is that I can take? I can take this value as 2 by 3x and my problem will be simplified. So why is that I am writing this as 2 by 3x? Because I converted these men in the efficiency of the first one. आप पहले वाले को, आप इसको x लिख दो, आप इसको चेंज कर दो. आप अगर इसको x लिख दोगे तो आप इस वाले को 3 by 2x लिखना पड़ेगा. प्लीज डू द ऑनर्स. आप अपने से करके देखो, आपको समझ में आएगा. Now if I will have to simplify this problem, what is that I should be doing? A is going to be equal to 25 into 2 fractions, isn't it? And if that is the case, understand, when the work is increasing, obviously days will have to be increasing when we are comparing these two variables. और अगर ऐसा हो गया तो this is going to be 2 by 1. And in this situation, when men are decreasing, previously you had X men, now you have got 2 by 3 X men of the same efficiency. Number of men is decreasing, number of workmen is decreasing, obviously days will have to be increasing. भाई आपने आदमी कम किया तो दिन ज्यादा पड़ना चाहिए. और अगर ऐसा हो गया तो what is that you should be doing? You should be writing a fraction which is more than 1. तो न्यूमरेटर में वैल्यू जो होगी वो डिनोमिनेटर वाले से बड़ी होगी. So this is going to be 2 by 3x. Now if you simplify, this is 25 into 2 into 3 by 2. If you simplify, what is the answer that you're going to be getting? You're going to be getting 75 as an answer. So there are 3 ways to simplify this problem. आप इस वाले को x लिख के इसको 2 by 3x कर दो. आप इस वाले को लिख दो, यहां पे x और यहां पे आप क्या कर दो, 3 by 2x कर दो, तब भी आ जाएगा. आप यहां और यहां पे x और x रख दो और यहां पे you introduce a new variable which is efficiency. Efficiency आप लगा के एक नई वेरिएबल के हिसाब से लगा दोगे, आपका आंसर आ जाएगा. So this is what I had in this video. Now we have got more important topic to take care of. In the next video, I'm going to be comparing man-days concept versus chain rule problem, and we will be dealing garrison problems. जहां पे there will be some people will be there वो चले जाएंगे, फिर कुछ और आ जाएंगे, फिर खाना कितने दिन के लिए सफिशिएंट होगा, दोस काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स वी आर गोइंग टू बी डीलिंग इन द, we are going to be solving in video number 3 of chain rule. And thank you very much for watching this one. I hope you're learning, I hope you're growing, I hope you will crack your examination. Bye bye and take care.